This is what your exit ticket looks like for today. You'll notice that we have the same prompt that we just broke down together at the top, and we have a short graphic organizer. This graphic organizer does not include hook and bridge. It does not include conclusion because we will not actually be writing a full essay for this. However, this graphic organizer is still a summative assignment, so you want to make sure it is done in completion to the best of your ability. So starting off with our prompt, it says, write an essay in which you explain how Tan uses the central conflict between the mother and the daughter to develop the theme of the work. We've already done a lot of this work. We've already talked about the conflict. You've already found places in the text where that conflict occurs, and you've written a thematic statement that should help you to write this thesis. All I did for you this time is give you a sentence stem that starts out that thesis for you. Per usual, we're starting off with the name of the text and the author. In her text, Two Kinds, Amy Tan uses. Then we're making sure we include essay specifics like central conflict. All of us are going to be writing about the conflict between the mother and the daughter. So I said she uses the central conflict between the mother and the daughter to develop, and here in the prompt is where it says the theme of the work. Now, all of us have written different thematic statements, so this is where our essays are going to be different. Here is where you will include all of the information from your theme that you broke apart. So think about what lesson did the narrator learn, and that's what you're developing. So to develop the idea that, to develop the experience between, finish that sentence. That is all you have to do for that thesis. Then when you move on to evidence and claims, we want to get a little bit more specific. So we know that Amy Tan uses the central conflict, but how exactly does she use the central conflict? Does she use imagery, descriptions, dialogue, characters' thoughts? And we want to focus specifically on the characters. It needs to be something the character experienced, thought, or said. So one way Tan develops the theme that you chose is through give me a literary device like thoughts, like dialogue, like imagery. Choose one of those and fill in those blanks. You need to have a different literary device per body paragraph. So like if the first one you use, let's say like our last essay, we talked about sensory details. If for the first one you use sensory details and the second one you use evocative diction, they have to be different. You can't use sensory details for both. So what you are doing for your exit ticket one more time, you are completing that thesis statement. You are finishing the rest of the graphic organizer to the best of your ability. Be as thorough as possible. This is a summative assignment. And of course, I am still here for your help, even though we are asynchronous. Please shoot me a text if you have questions. Per usual, I'm available 7 to 7 by my phone. After that, feel free to shoot me an email or private message on Google Classroom.